Good morning, girls. This is Dr. Kiran Deswal, Assistant Professor English, BGD Government Girls College, Shapura. Yesterday, we begin our story, Three Questions, composed by Leo Tolstoy. The three questions of the title are the three questions of the king. In this story, there was a king. He was very curious to know the answers of his three questions. The three questions are respectively: what is the right time to begin every action? Who is the most important people to listen to? And what is the right thing to do? What is the right action to do? He proclaimed an award for a person. The person who will answer all the questions correctly will be awarded by the king, but no one gave right answer or couldn't satisfy the king, so he rewarded to none. There were various answers of all these three questions, and dissatisfied, the king went to the forest where a hermit lived. So page number 28. All the answers being different, the king agreed with none of them. As the answers were different, so the king agreed with none of them and gave the reward to none. And therefore, he didn't give reward to anyone, but still wishing to find the right answer to his questions. He was still curious to find the right answers. He decided to consult a hermit widely renowned for his wisdom. The hermit lived in a wood which he never quitted, and he received none but common folk. He was very simple hermit. He was very simple sadhu, sannyasi we call in Hindi. So the king put on simple clothes. He only attended or entertained simple people. So the king put on simple clothes, and before reaching the hermit's cell, dismounted from his horse. He left the horse in the way, and he gave up his robe, his royal robe, and leaving his bodyguard behind, went alone. The king went alone to find the answers of his questions to the hermit's hut. When the king approached, the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. Seeing the king, he greeted him and went on digging. He didn't quit his work. The hermit was frail and weak, and each time he stuck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. See, in these lines, the situation is that the king went to the hermit to find the answers of his questions, but what happened there, he saw that the hermit is doing his work. He is digging the ground. He is very weak, hence each time he stuck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. The king went up to him and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer three questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I most need? And to whom should I therefore pay more attention than to the rest? And what affairs are the most important and need my first attention? So these are the three questions of the king. He wanted to know what is the right thing to do, who are the people he should pay attention to, and what is the right action to do. The hermit listened to the king but answered nothing. He just spat on his hand and recommenced digging. Without paying any attention to the questions of the king or without giving instant answer, he just went on doing his work of digging. You are tired, said the king. Let me take this spade and work a while for you. The king was kind, so he offered help to the hermit. Thanks, said the hermit, and giving the spade to the king, he sat down on the ground. When he had dug two beds, the king stopped and repeated his questions because he was very curious to know the answers of his questions. He couldn't wait. The hermit again gave no answer but rose, stretched out his hand for the spade, and said, but the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. The hermit said that let me dig a bit, but the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. 1 hour passed and another. The sun began to sink behind the trees, and the king at last stuck the spade into the ground and said, for the whole day, the king helped the hermit but didn't receive the answers of his questions. Finally, at the end of the day, he said to the hermit, I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me none, tell me so, and I will return home. He is very impatient because he want to know the answers of his questions. He can't wait anymore. He can't wait anymore. That's why he is saying show. So the without instead of answering his query, the hermit says that, here comes someone running, said the hermit. Let us see who it is. Someone was coming there running, so the hermit diverted the attention of the king and uh, suggested him to see who is coming. The king turned round and saw a bearded man come running out of the wood. The man held his hands pressed against his stomach. It is very dramatic situation where a man is come running, and a man is coming towards them. He his hands are pressed against his stomach, and blood is running from under them. When he reached the king, he fell fainting on the ground, moaning feebly. He couldn't speak properly. The king and the hermit unfastened the man's clothing. There was a large wound in his stomach. The king washed it and best he could, and bandaged it with his handkerchief and with the towel the hermit had. But the blood would not stop flowing, and the king again and again removed the bandage soaked with warm blood and washed and rebandaged the wound. The man was wounded. Blood was there was bleeding in his wound, so the king started nursing him. When at last the blood ceased flowing, the man revived and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. Meanwhile the sun had set and it had become cool, so the king with the hermit's help carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. Lying on the bed, the man closed his eyes and was quiet. So this is the situation. A man came running and he was wounded. The king helped him, and the man recovered somehow. But the king was so tired with his work and with the work he had done that he crouched down on the threshold and also fell asleep so soundly that he slept all through the short summer night. When he woke in the morning, he slept. The king slept because he did hard work during the day. He helped the hermit. When he awoke in the morning, it was long before he could remember where he was or who was the strange bearded man lying on the bed and gazing intently at him with shining eyes. When he got up in the morning, he saw that the man whom he helped is looking at him with shining eyes. So the king at once recall where he is. Then he gets his conscience that he is in the forest, and this bearded man is the very man whom he helped last evening. So we will talk about it in our next video lecture. Thanks for watching.